Welcome back to the channel, you guys. I hope you're having a great day today. For this week's video, we are working on the ultimate Telecaster. Now this Tele project sat dormant in my studio for many years, and then over the last couple of years I featured it on the channel, but there were certain things that I never quite fixed, or certain niggles that really bugged me about it. So today we've stripped the whole thing down, we've got some new parts, let's put this thing together. Now at the heart of the build is this beautiful alder sunburst Tele body. This one is double bound, so it's got binding on the front side and the back side. That's really hard to find, especially if you don't want to spend custom shop money. So this is from a Squire Classic Vibe Custom. So a beautiful body, it's light, paint job is awesome, and of course I'm a huge sucker for the double bound bodies. Now the next big piece of the build is of course the neck. Now this is not a Fender neck, I put this decal on a few years ago, much to the chagrin of Warmouth, I think. They probably don't want Fender getting the credit for this amazing neck. So credit goes to Warmouth. I'll take some close-ups here, but basically you've got an amazing flame maple fingerboard. Just gorgeous figuring all the way through. And then you've got a Graph Tech black nut there, black inlays. And yeah, that just big slab of flame maple on top of walnut. So a really cool neck. If you were to order something like this from Fender's custom shop, especially as a Canadian to get it to me, you're talking $1,000 for this neck. Very amazing neck. At Warmouth, you're talking about a third of the price. So yeah, anyway, that's what this neck is. Beautiful medium jumbo frets. Fretwork is impeccable. And on Warmouth necks, the adjustment is right here. Hopefully the camera will pick that up. So this is your truss rod adjustment. So you can always tell a Warmouth neck that way. Very convenient. And next to like the tone wheel up here, this is my second favorite system. You never are fighting strings and trying to get the Allen key in the headstock. Super easy to adjust. Beautiful, stunningly beautiful neck. So those two items are the backbone of our build. The theme is going to be black and gold. So let's unbox the rest of the hardware and pickups and see what we got. Now one of the big upgrades we're going to make on this build is adding some locking tuning machines. The tuners I had on there were kind of cheap Chinese ones, and they were starting to tarnish and they just didn't hold tune well. So anyway, this is going to be a huge upgrade on the build, and I used Hipshot for my Super Strat build, and that thing, I just don't have to tune that guitar. It's got a trem, the LSR roller nut, and locking tuners from Hipshot, and yeah, no issues at all. So it's kind of a no-brainer for me. So we're going to use the exact same tuners except without the open gears. These are closed gears tuners. So let me grab one of them here. And they're marked by height because they're staggered. So I better put this one back in the same spot. I don't know if that'll show up on camera, but they've nicely marked the heights of them. So anyway, here's what we've got. Beautiful gold locking tuners. Here's the disc to lock the string. So this is going to be an awesome, massive upgrade, and hopefully increase the convenience and the tuning stability of that Tele. Another cool thing about the Hipshot tuners are they come with these universal mounting plates here. And obviously I had a set of vintage tuning machines, you can tell by the hole pattern here. And I want to cover up those holes. And if we just use, pop in the locking tuner, you'll see, if you never had it drilled, you could just drill your hole and put your tuner in, no problem. But these will not hide the old holes. So what I'm going to do is put the mounting plates on, and I'm hoping that these will cover up all the old holes. And with these mounting plates, you don't have to drill new holes. So installation should be a snap. Now, all the years I had that Tele together, I was just using the stock Classic Vibe wiring, which is, a relatively cheap alpha switch and some alpha pots as well. So tone and volume, basically, serviceable but not great wiring. So we're going to change that today. So to replace the cheaper pots and switches, we are using some stock American Standard Telecaster wiring. So this is CTS pots and switch. And it's going to be a nice upgrade over the Alpha pots, I think. This one is, as I mentioned, stock. It came out of my other American Standard Tele when I upgraded that to a 4-way switch. So it should be a nice, offer some nice clarity. And this one has the tone bypass too. So this knob will kind of click into place and bypass the tone pot altogether. So that should be awesome. And we've got a black and gold theme going, so I think it'll look really sharp. Now, along with those tuning machines and the wiring, the next big thing we needed to upgrade was the bridge. So the stock one, again, was Chinese made, and it was tarnishing quite badly. So we're going to replace it with this Hipshot 3-barrel compensated saddle bridge. So the compensated saddles should enable me to get perfect intonation. And yeah, the cool thing about this bridge is it's got holes in the back, so you know, you could run 6 individual saddles if you wanted to, or if you wanted to run a Bender or maybe even a Bigsby. Yeah, you got options on the back of the bridge, which was, I thought, well thought through. And of course, mounted in the bridge, we have a DiMarzio chopper T. So again, black and gold should, you know, go along with the theme quite nicely. And if you want a Tele bridge pickup that can really kick it out, the chopper T is a good option. So other than the odds and ends of hardware, we're getting down to the main parts of the build. So previously in the build, I had this DiMarzio humbucker from hell installed in this Warmoth vintage pearl pickguard. Now, this one didn't really give me the tone I was hoping for. It sounded pretty cool, actually. It gives a single coil sound out of a humbucker. And I thought it looked really cool. It had that gold look to it. But I was never quite, I don't know, maybe it was just in the Tele, but it never quite lived up to expectations. It sounded cool, but maybe not the tone I was going for. So we're going to replace that one today with this really cool Vintage Vibe Guitars. This is a P90. So I had already cut the pickguard out for a humbucker, so I needed a humbucker sized P90. And again, it has that gold and black aesthetic, so I think it's going to look really, really cool in there. And the neat part about the Vintage Vibe pickups is he ships them out with ceramic and Alnico magnets. So I think this P90 will fit the bill quite nicely. And I have the ceramic magnets in there right now because they are warmer. But if I ever want more clarity, I can just unscrew these, put the Alnico magnets in, and give the pickup a whole new sonic signature, I guess. Those are the main parts of the build. Let's get to building. Guys, here's the finished product. I think it turned out really cool. I like the new blacked out look on the control panel and the bridge. Kind of ties in with the pickup, and the fret markers a little bit better. Super happy with the Hipshot locking tuners. The plates that go underneath them covered up all the screw holes, so you can't see a single screw hole, which really gives it a new fresh kind of look. And of course the performance of the locking tuners is going to be awesome. Other than that, I think we best just plug this in and take her for a spin. Thanks so much for coming along on the Tele build. I hope you guys really enjoyed watching this thing come together. Other than that, have an awesome week, you guys. We'll see you next Monday with a new video. Take care.